With the student section behind her, this is CeCe McGraw, the senior from Prior Lake. Great serve, dug by Grant the libero. Michigan out of system, and from the back row, it was Merzik. Here's Samedy, reigning Big Ten Player of the Year for the Gophers. It was tapped back down by Katie Myers. Ball still alive for Paige Jones. Off the block, Schaffmaster puts one Samedy's way. Good volley here on the third point of the match. Minnesota's block slaps that one back the other way. Merzik rifled that one through the block. Samedy tight to the net, puts it deep and down for a Minnesota point. Dug by Johnson. Oh, Grant, what an effort. And Merzik, did she get enough on it? Yes. Sensational job by Michigan's defense, but Samedy puts it away.
Wow. A hustle by Grant. This is what we're talking about. Keeps her body on the floor, plays the ball into the crowd.
Those were the only two unoccupied seats in that section behind the baseline. I mean, the placement was impeccable. Through the block, dug by Kilkelly, the Minnesota server. Huseman on a quick ball in the middle. There's Murray. Schaffmaster to Samedy. And another kill for Samedy, the reigning Big Ten Player of the Year. Back to Samedy. Terminal. And you saw Amber Beals check in for the first time for Michigan, wearing number 10, defensive specialist in the back row. Johnson keeps it alive, as does McGraw on Minnesota's side. Samedy, my goodness.
He was kind of laugh like that. I mean, she's flying in from all the way deep into the court.
Dug by McGraw. Samedy from the back row.
Stephanie Samedy came flying in there. That ball was a little bit behind her. That's why she had to kind of go up and...
Here's her counterpart, Hannah Grant, the Michigan bro. Schaffmaster, the setter for Minnesota, picks out Steph Samedy. Robinson with an awkward attack in the middle, but it goes. And Samedy says enough. First set belongs to Minnesota. Samedy from the back row. That ball looked like a punt. Jones with that rocket of a serve. Speaking of rockets.
Has been handling these balls. That's a perfect pass right to the setter. You see she finds that space. Michigan, they're handling the ball okay. Their hitters just need to find a way to score.
Off the block. Schaffmaster to Wennis. Samedy. Here's Jess Merzik with Goldie looking on. Wennis almost got handcuffed by that one, but Minnesota still gets the point out of it. Guess who? Pertovsky leading Michigan with 6 kills tonight. Here comes Hannah Grant. Schaffmaster eyes Samedy. McGraw checks back in for Minnesota. Samedy down. It's like she's throwing it in the ocean. The entire floor is at her disposal.
I'm like, okay, this is a bad pass. We got to run something out of system. We have no choice. I mean, they're just...
Scotty Johnson on the pin for Michigan there. Schaffmaster underneath it to Samedy. Merzik with a tapper, and there's Samedy with the dig. She can do that too. Miyabe blocked. Michigan's block much improved, we were told, and they're showing it on this point. This is a great rally between Michigan and Minnesota. Jones tools it, Schaffmaster's there. What a dig by Grant. McGraw with the up. Steph got it.
Both teams have to be happy with how they're playing defense, just going hard. But here's that last shot. Samedy taking something off of it.
Minnesota goes for the sweep. Michigan goes for a fourth set. Down it comes to Myers. And Samedy took something off it and hit them where they ain't. Momentum really up for grabs right now. And Samedy might very well have grabbed it for Minnesota.
Momentum perfectly placed, and she could really get on top of it and hit over and down.
This is easily the best set Michigan has looked against Steph Samedy of the night. But you can only contain her for so long.
Well, they moved around a little bit, hitting that pipe now.
Merzik to serve. Gwennis pushes it over. Grant digs it. Dug by McGraw on the other side. What a dig by Grant. But it's a point for Minnesota. Too much force. They set the middle. Huseman is blocked. Schaffmaster gets it back and puts it in Samedy's direction. Jones dug by Schaffmaster. Point, Minnesota. Minnesota's gone on many a run in this match. And ended an 8-0 run, to clarify. Samedy. And Minnesota starting to turn things around. Rachel Kilkelly with Minnesota down 4 in the fourth. What a block by Rubright coming off the bench.
Shea Rubright, such a big blocker, but really good. Look at that length. She gets all the way there.
You saw it. It's been 10 years since Michigan knocked off Minnesota on the road. Landfair sets Samedy. Look at that.
All the way across the court, and everyone's got the same reaction to that set.
But remember, there are 5,308 of Minnesota's closest friends in the stands tonight. Back it comes. Samedy into the middle. Paige Jones' turn now. Samedy in a different spot, but it doesn't matter.
Their options, so it's a really smart choice.
So a 10-8 Gopher lead. Stephanie Samedy with a strong swing.
Too much for Stephanie Samedy to handle.
Rick's fourth on the team in kills for Maryland this season, as Samedy with the roll shot. Nechi Peruka tips it over. Now Schaffmaster will set to Stephanie Samedy, and Maryland can't hang on.
At set, there's not a lot of options when Jenna Wennis is in the center of the court picking up the tip. And Kilkelly's given Maryland's passers some fits, so it'll be important for them to be able to buckle down and nail a pass, give their setter all the options that she needs.
Dowler tries to dump, goes off the net as McGraw plays it. Here's Samedy on the right side. Now Schaffmaster will set right back to Samedy, and Samedy now has 7.
Whose side of the net it was on. Samedy, you could tell she had to get on it really quickly. Takes advantage of that seam between Ricks and Jones.
So Samedy on the serve. Nechi Peruka, soft swing. Minnesota keeps it alive. Now Schaffmaster looking for the lane. McGraw digs as Samedy plays it over, and Rainelle Jones can't hang out. So lead down to 1, 14-13. Minnesota lead. Gomillion again serving. Schaffmaster will play it to Stephanie Samedy. That's a strong swing.
Yeah, Stephanie Samedy. We've talked about how dynamic she is and how athletic she is.
So match point here inside Maturi Pavilion. Schaffmaster on the serve. This one off the net. Gomillion receives. Landfair picks it up. Here's Stephanie Samedy on the right side, and Stephanie Samedy ends it for the Gophers.
As we head into the second set, Sydney Dowler will serve it. Stay on the same sides, and we're underway in set 2. They get it toward the side. It's hit up in the air. Bump back over. Hilly finds Orzel on the side. Good play by Gomillion over there to keep it up. Layla Ricks tries it. Diving in there is Barnes to keep it up. They send it right back. Barnes back to Hilly. Knocked straight down by Jones. Kept alive by Wisconsin. And Rainelle Jones has the last word.
Taking the first point, a great one-woman effort by Rainelle Jones.
Tip. Hilly finds Orzel, who hits it lightly over the net. Dowler looks behind her for Layla Ricks. Barnes handles it. Back to Hilly. And on the return from Maryland here, they get it to Rainelle Jones, who has the kill. Robinson was looking forward to seeing her in this one. Back over Sam Sire. Bumped up by Barnes. Set by Hilly. Looking for Orzel, but Rainelle Jones and Sydney Dowler.
Wisconsin's deficit to 5.
So it'll be Lexi Finnerty, the junior, back on that serve. Blocked at the net. Jardina, hard one. Hilly, back over, into the net. 20-17. Been rocking as Maryland is having this first Big Ten home opener with fans in a while. It's the first time Wisconsin is Rainelle Jones. Return by Wisconsin here, chasing it over Devin Robinson, and it's gonna fall down. Everything going Maryland's way late in the third here. Loberg to Hilly, back to Loberg, but Rainelle Jones stands tall. Sydney Dowler on the serve. On the return here, tipped up for Robinson. Nechi Peroka keeps it up. Dowler for Thompson, or Ricks. Back it goes. Orzel knocked down Layla Ricks. And it could not have come in a bigger place. And we are even to 10. Dana Rettke, a huge spike. What a play by Milan Gomillion to handle it. Sydney Hilly for Orzel, blocked. Hilly back. Tipped it ground. Sire, Gomillion, the Turks get it over. Sydney Hilly tries it for Rettke. Maryland keeps it alive. Gomillion gonna find Ricks in the side. Blocked. Down to the ground. 12-10 Turks. And that will call it. Make a timeout from Adam Hughes. So while they take that timeout, we'll take a short break here on the Big Ten Network. You're watching Maryland at Wisconsin here on BTN Plus.
Blocked at the net by Schaffmaster. McGraw tries to keep it in. Wennes plays it. Now here come the Terps. And in the middle, Rainelle Jones with her first.
Really good by Rainelle Jones, and a nice set choice there. But, you know, she's not exactly right on the net, but she chooses to set the middle there, and I think that's a really good choice.
Wennes second on the teams this season behind Stephanie Samedy for the Gophers. And this is blocked. Rainelle Jones will try again. Myers gets another piece of it as Schaffmaster sends it over. The crowd likes what they see here in Minneapolis. Jones will try again, and that time she gets the kill.
Yeah, really good job by Maryland. You can tell Dowler and Jones really trust each other. But I like that because it forces the Minnesota blockers to stay home.
So Dowler now back to serve. 22-9 Gopher lead in set number 2. And this is blocked by Rainelle Jones.
Of her, she is ready and waiting for that middle all by herself and totally just closes it.
In set number 2, as McGraw serves, Dowler will set to Rainelle Jones in the middle.
Ooh, really good job by Rainelle Jones on that one. Right angle available to her with the one-on-one block with Myers. Really nice, you know, all sorts of things happening. Homecoming weekend here at Minnesota, but certainly a nice crowd on hand.
So Nechi Peruka out of the timeout. Wennes blocked at the net. Ricks is pumped up about it, and now the lead cut down to 2.
You can tell she's really been needing to get one of those. She's been putting up a good block.
He actually had some Ohio State people call him this week and tell him, we cannot wait to come to your gym. This is one of our favorite places to come as road fans.
The ball just comes back so quick. She's so good at getting all the way over. Her hands are going in the back row. So for the most part, Ohio State's middles like to stay in front to open things up for Londot.
And then Johnson destroys a ball out of the middle.
Love running her on that with a really quick tempo so she can get on top of it and has a lot.
You got the towels waving. You got the students behind him. This is a great scene in West Lafayette tonight. Setup goes to the outside, and that's an area where Purdue defends in a great way. In that donut, Otek was able to go out and get it. So Pedraza looking for Londot again. Otek was coming up. And Cleveland unleashes that and got a touch at the net.
Back to Raider 2 right after she scores, getting her the ball again. Feed it to the hot hand.
And a side out for Purdue with Jael Johnson whipping around.
So much tempo, such a quick ball.
Pedraza for Raider again. Raider staying with it. And Skimmerhorn had first contact for Purdue. And a block put up by Bush and Johnson. So set point number 1 for Ohio State, trying to flip the score of set 1. But Jael Johnson says, let's play on. Set point number 2 for the Buckeyes. Overpass. Could not be put down as Grunzy back at it. Here's Ellis. Little tip. Pedraza. Nope. Second contact coming from Murr. And Grunzy slicing one. Johnson is there. Ellis cross court to Murr. And that's sent back by Colvin.
It was just too good for her.
A quick ball for Raider. Cleveland and Otek came together for Purdue. Londot turned back.
For Mo Hornung in the back, but man, that Purdue defense right now is on one.
And they're on it again.
Trying to get things back going again, getting Haley Bush in a good position here in the third.
They served Newton again. And they got it off to Bush. And then there's Johnson to tee it down to the floor.
So good on overpasses tonight, whether they're hitting the ball or just blocking it down.
Purdue going to Murr. Otek was the one to receive that last serve from Ohio State.
We're talking about how similar these teams are. It seems like their game plans are pretty similar as well. Can't do against Purdue.
So Pedraza thinking middle, found success there in set 2. Londot blocked. And Caitlin Newton and Jael Johnson one more time.
If you're Ohio State, you know the ball is going to come back. You got to be in on those cover balls.
There comes the slide. It's Johnson.
Best on the slide. She can hit pretty much any angle. You see her go.
So we saw that a little bit in non-conference, but it's Otek getting the call tonight back there. And Purdue back on the board to square it away with Johnson.
Tempo ball, leave it inside, let her do the work.
And an ace for Jael Johnson.
Push a 5th set.
Johnson raises the noise level again. With Cleveland back to serve it. And a Raider to Otek. Hornung called off Cleveland. They skipped it past Raider and then wedged in the net. Johnson there. Londot out. Connor Onion, Emily Eamon back with you for the home stretch of this match. Somebody's getting a 1-0 and getting a top 10 win. Purdue has won the last 6 against Ohio State. Buckeyes trying to stay undefeated. And a block put up by Johnson on Gonzalez.
Can't stop it, but Jael Johnson just a little bit tame to keep in the court.
Martin coming out of the back. There's a huge block for Jael Johnson.
She's one that everybody can look to have a good game.
Bush, honorable mention, AVCA All-American, and Cleveland with the kill was first-team All-American in AVCA, one of the best outside hitters in the country. This time it's the slide attack from Johnson. They got pom-poms right in front of our camera. There's too many fans in here to fit nearly. Don't call the fire marshal. Sarami over to Zuma. Johnson tips it back over. Bush, the back set to Johnson, who's everywhere. Left side, right side, Jael Johnson, the senior middle blocker with the kill.
Get these opportunities and make these opportunities for herself. She deserved that title. You saw her find the spot in the back row of Indiana where no one was there and just put it right there and no one had a shot.
Sarah sent back. Haley Bush and Jael Johnson teaming up. Indiana student section, the Crimson Guard today. Some good signs. That's not actually true, I believe.
And that's something that's always important to do, especially with the Hoosiers. Having, like I said before, they go 5 sets pretty often.
Johnson will finish the first set for the Boilers.
The points that really sneak up on you, and they might not seem huge in the moment, but they can really decide a game sometimes.
Newton out of the back row. Over to Saris. It's Jael Johnson again. Interesting, we haven't seen a whole lot of Kaylee Ramelsberg today for IU after the first set. It's mostly been Colheed at that middle blocker position, the sophomore. Right side and Saris, and Johnson again. Indiana is learning the hard way. You do not go through Jael Johnson. She had 7 against Ohio State on Friday night. Zumak blocked again by Johnson. First game between Indiana and Purdue in any Big Ten sport since March 2020. Zumak rejected again. It's Johnson again teaming up with Caitlin Newton.
You can basically put All-American in front of every starter's name, just about. Gabby Blossom, Jenna Hampton, Allie Holland, and Caitlin Horde. Rounds out the starting lineup for Penn State. Far side. Here's Kojadinovich. That one's long, and the Scarlet Knights, papers called it, set this team to 5-3. Well, since then, they've gotten back on track. And they've got themselves another kill there on the far side. It comes via Johnny Parker. Near side, there's Rollins. Rutgers keeps it alive. Looking for the dump set that time was Blossom. Rutgers was keen to it. Now Blossom goes far side, flying in, uncontested is Parker. She is proving her worth here so far as a new member of the Nittany Lions. How about that dig from Blossom, and Penn State just to get that back was remarkable. Second effort, Kojadinovich not denied this time. Her third kill, the opening frame. Tough to defend. There's Horde, another kill. They have a tremendous record in Big Ten openers. There's the sophomore Jansu Ganaiden for the first time. Here's Kojadinovich. Penn State blocking on the mark right now. They'll go back to Ganaiden. Goes over the top, flying in that time was Blossom. Good defense from Rutgers. Here's Kojadinovich with a tip. Sent back. Reaction save that time from Belika. Longest rally of the night. And Kojadinovich hits the net. The flag went up right away. And an ace for the Nittany Lions, so they are not letting up. It has been the best performances of Shea McNamara's career, and somebody that Caitlin Schweihhofer speaks so highly about. We'll see if they go to her here. They go Kojadinovich. Penn State's defense has been on lockdown so far. And there's Johnny Parker with another kill. 20 points in both of the second sets on Friday and Saturday night last year. And another ace, that time with help from the net. Here's Gnaiden. Pritchard. Nice dig from Sam Graver. Rettke goes to Gnaiden. It's blocked back again. Roofed that time by Horde and Parker.
Ohio State looking for an early 2-0 lead here. Penn State's defense has held its opponents under 100 in each of its last 3 matches. There are so many good liberos in the Big Ten this year. Kylie Murr among them. She serves Rollins. Blossom with the set up to Pritchard, the former Maryland Terrapin. Blossom again with the setter dump. And it's 3-2. Penn State with the point.
Murr to keep that thing going, but Penn State gets the ball back and Blossom's.
Here's Emily Londot. Friendly roll on the serve, but Rollins was there, and that's Caitlin Horde who pummels that ball in the middle. She said, sometimes it does, other times it feels like it's year 20. That's what this pandemic has done to people. It's altered our senses of time, for sure. Parker with a vicious swing, and it's dug in the back by Gruensfelder of Ohio State. Hampton with the bump pass up to Pritchard. And the kill for Penn State. We're tied at 4. She serves the libero for Penn State. Pritchard, dug by Londot. Kept alive in the back by Rollins. Hampton brings it back to earth, and Rollins clears it. Off the block and down front, Ohio State point. That is Grunzy. Keep an eye on Emily Londot. Double-figure kills in 8 matches this season for Ohio State, playing in their 11th match this year. And Parker picks up her first point.
Caitlin Horde, of course, it's a perfect pass, and she's your All-American, and this is why she was able to score.
Been setting for Ohio State for a long time, it feels like, but the years just fly by. Rollins tools the block, and a point for Penn State. Serves to the back row, and on the slide, Holland puts it down.
I'm really impressed with Allie Holland and how she plays. And Coach Rose talked about her and her work ethic. He said that's probably, and towards the end of last season as well, just to get her a little bit more comfortable, and she's really getting on that ball nice.
Pritchard beats Londot with the kill to point Penn State.
Distribution for both teams. A couple of kills for several players on both teams so far.
Cassie Kirshen serves it up again for Penn State and pushes it Adana Rollins' way. And you know that's a good ball if Kylie Murr can't get to it. That tag. We'd love to hear from you all afternoon. This one could be going a while as Caitlin Horde pummels a ball in the middle. Look out, Salima. Both of Penn State's middles hitting extraordinarily well this year. We showed you Allie Holland's numbers, over 400 a little while ago. Parker with a tapper, and that goes for Penn State. Grunzy tools the block. Blossom with the dig over to Rollins, and Ohio State can't keep it alive.
About bringing someone into a program, how are they going to actually fit in? Everything else you can train, the system and how you play the game, you can train it. But really having them fit, that's a big deal.
There's Rollins, that pink headband. Murr with a fantastic dig. And Londot the swing. Parker collides with Pritchard in the back for Penn State, and it's 2-0. Dug by Blossom. Hampton passes to Parker. And Parker made sure she got that kill.
On any player.
Great dig by Blossom again on a missile from Gonzalez. Blossom ready for Gonzalez again, and Rollins clears it. Third time Blossom stops Gonzalez. And it's Rader who says enough of that. Ball community. Follow at B1G Volleyball on Instagram right now. It's a community that is growing in size, no question about it. Adana Rollins with the point for Penn State.
Hampton handling the ball really well. It was astronomical, I think 78.9, so about 79%, which is why they won. That's a big, high side out percentage.
Blossom pushes that one to the back, and we're tied at 16.
Big 10. Jenna Hampton, of course, on the side of Penn State. You didn't see her in the top 5, but another fantastic libero in the conference.
Point Ohio State. They needed that out of the timeout.
So they need to control the ball and see if they can get her a couple of swings before she hits the back row.
Horde got a swing there, and Penn State is the first to 20. This ball is hard to track, too, from Johnny Parker, but for different reasons. She actually took something off her serve there. Blossom saves it. Hampton passes to Parker. Grunzy at the net, down for an Ohio State point. Kylie Murr serves to Hampton, to Blossom. And a point for Parker and Penn State. All right, here comes Gabby Blossom. Oh, a nice changeup there, but Penn State recovers. Parker tools the block. Gonzalez is stuffed. Ohio State needs to get it over. Londot, beautiful move. Horde again. And Penn State wins the set. Murr with a dangerous serve, but Blossom is able to, with her craftiness, win the point.
Competitiveness, strength, all of it. You'll see her. She's a lot smaller than Ray.
Great dig by Hampton. Rollins with the swing. Point, Penn State.
That's a big play because this is a smart shot by Gonzalez, or Grunzy, excuse me, on the other side of the net, and Rollins coming through.
Ohio State late in each of the first 2. Blossom to Horde, and Londot cannot corral it.
Because that set was low, and Blossom knows it. Here's a set to Horde. She has to manage it.
That's a shot that is Temmie's bread and butter. You'll see that all night long.
Hames with the set. And that's down for a Nebraska point. That was Krause again.
On Nebraska's side are really good at.
There's Rousseau with the set for Northwestern. Very promising college career, still largely in front of her. Over to Temmie. Blocked, and Temmie gathered her own rejection.
Trying to control them, but Nebraska, when they get a free ball, they know exactly what to do with it. You see Kubik coming in, sees the block a little bit to the left of her.
Rousseau, like the philosopher, that was a very enlightened pass. Northwestern with another block, but this time it lands on the Cats' side. A point for Nebraska, and it is suddenly set point for the Huskers on the road.
2019, but I would say right now, Stephanie Samedy's probably my favorite. I mean, she's one of the biggest point scorers. The amount that a middle is going to get, but when she gets up there, it's always a big boom, boom play.
Echoing the thoughts of the Northwestern student section.
A bunch of people pack Walsh Ryan Arena. In years past, there hasn't been too many students, but they've done such a good job of building up this program in terms of fans and student section. They had free pizza tonight, trying to get those fans in.
We're taking a page out of Sydney Hilly's book. Another setter over 6 feet tall in the Big Ten, and Northwestern with an ace. This is a team that looks better than a 5-6 record would indicate. Shane Davis saying, we just need some more consistency. Dodson again, dug by Rodriguez. Here's Kubik off the block. Lisiak is turned away. That was Caffey and Krause.
Just in time to seal it up, and Caffey getting all the way out there.
But Northwestern trying to win a set for the time being. Never mind the match right now. Nicklin Hames served for Nebraska. Lisiak had to bump it over. Hames in the middle. And Krause off the block with the Nebraska point.
She sees the block go up a little high rather than over, so uses those hands. Part of the reason, part of it is also it creates a better platform so you can hit the ball kind of like you would with a wood plank. So you have harder fingers there and a harder block. Ball comes back a little quicker.
Heck of an effort by Stinson to lay out for that one, but that's Nebraska's point. A recruit specifically, you get a sense whether they're going to commit based on their tone at the start of the conversation. And when Temi Thomas-Ilara called him to say, I want to play for Northwestern, he had no idea until the words actually came out of her mouth on Instagram. Knuckles still serving for the Huskers out of the timeout. Dodson, after an awkward pass, gets it over. And in the middle, Schwarzenbach dumps it over. Nebraska, with the dig by Hames, keeps the point alive. Kubik with a big swing. Point Nebraska. Because she was not necessarily recruited to be in this role, but has practiced her way into that by being an outstanding team player. Big swing from Krause, and Nebraska's on the board in the fourth. They've provided a spark, as you said.
Sometimes hard to do, but you're watching the game the entire time. You're constantly telling your outsides what to do. I'm sure when those outsides are coming off, she's in their face saying, you have this shot.
For the birthday girl, she turned 23 on September 19th. Misiak swinging away, but Nebraska just ready for her. They've got her figured out in the fourth.
Keeping Alexa Rousseau on the service line will be big with that lefty.
That was a missile. And another one that time from the pin, Lindsay Krause.
Sit pin too. They switch her around a lot. So versatile, but really good up by Kenzie Knuckles.
From the service line, it's been fouls like that and also hitting errors.
Definitely, again, that consistency. Again, it's about playing together, learning to work together, but also being very focused too. And we talked about early the lineup changes and the different things.
4 blocks here early on for Nebraska and a 5-zip run. Hames continues to serve. Rosario, all she can do is touch. A little missed time there, but luckily over the net for Nebraska.
Great. Good scramble in here. Got to get organized. Great swing there by Krause in the middle. In that rotation, they bring her in the middle. You can see they bring her in that section, and they can take advantage of her great vision and her ability to find ways to terminate. Absolutely, it's kind of like, again, we've talked about the fighting for positions, and it's like, all right, we're giving you the position. Well, and they utilize her, as we mentioned, front row, back row. And you just got to know she's going to get the ball, and just the inconsistencies, like I said, both with swings and with the type of ball they need and figuring those kinds of things out. It's kind of a combination.
Krause with the swing from the left pitch. She gets the kill, and that'll put Nebraska at set point here in the first.
Stays very poised, very calm, doing really great things.
Good pace ball out to the pin. Nice set by Nicklin and Krause.
She is having a stellar afternoon.
There's Kayla Caffey in the middle.
That's where we've seen a lot of those errors too.
Tough serve by Hames. Run the quick to Jones. Amaya Jones had a good swing on it. Rosario into the block. Good up by Schlegel. Here's a free ball opportunity for Nebraska. One-on-one, Krause puts it away. Krause with kill number 7.
Outside, you can see over here, giving a one-on-one a lot.
Nebraska here in this set, hitting 250. Iowa just 147. That's in the match.
Right, they're 273, which is much better set number 2. They were even in that 400s for a while early on.
Good up by Schlegel. Off of the block touch. Krause. Good dig right along the line by Schlegel. Tried the middle, mistimed. And the kill for the Hawkeyes. Back-to-back points for Iowa. They're back to within one. Krause with the kill.
Krause, a wrinkle there that she can cut that ball through. Iowa again going that matchup with Vander Wide on Hames.
Maya Jones with the tip. Rodriguez with the up. They're playing left side right now, moving up.
Say, did you see that?
Is Kinsey Knuckles, and Knuckles nearly down. Boy, the crowd wanted that one.
Yep.
Second touch put down by Nicklin Hames.
And delivers. Nice swing.
Krause goes line.
Here, she flourished in that position. There you go. Ball's a little bit inside. Doing a tremendous job here on this right side. See her move and push to get in that gap and get that shoulder on the ball. And she's got 11 kills, but it's just those errors that stand out. And that can make a huge difference.
Missed.
Just a great decision here by Krause. Look at all this area. She recognizes that, puts it right in the middle.